Hello and welcome to the Gonzo Ewok channel with me, Ewok,
And me, Gonzo.
for another episode of
Geordie Space Program.
And today we're not going to aimlessly fly around Curb and trying to get signs because that's pretty dull.
Well, it's dull apart from when one of your astronauts turns into a flying spaghetti monster and destroys everything.
And indeed, and destroys everything in not even a spectacular fashion. It just kind of disappears in a poof of dust.
I imagine most of the viewers were so bored out of their minds in the last episode they didn't get to that part. So, spoiler alert, the end of the episode contains a flying spaghetti monster. You should go back and watch it.
That'll get them watching it.
Oh, of course.
Good plan.
YouTube dollar, of which we make none. So...
Okay, so cancel. Out we get.
What are you doing?
Don't
Right.
save.
Right.
The first thing we need is a new astronaut.
Yes, we need a new astronaut. They're quite pricey.
They're all scientists and engineers as well.
Well, you know what that means. Valentina.
You want to send Valentina in
We've
one of
got
my test
Valentina
ships?
and Jeb. We've got two pilots. What are you worried about?
You want to send you want to send an orange coat in an Ewok test ship?
I have faith with what you're planning.
That you've taken the
We
piss.
discussed it briefly off camera, and I think it's a good idea.
Okay, so my plan is I'm going to take 2 service bays. There are our 2 service bays. And I am going to clip a Science Junior inside the 2 service bays.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's jumping in itself. It's not an exploit if the game lets you do it without any fannying on.
So that should hopefully protect it from the elements that have been blowing it up.
Can we try? Because you can sort of simulate it opening. Now, I know physics probably doesn't play a part, but will it let you click on it and say open? Oh yeah, look, it's open there.
And then it looks just all kinds of fugly when you close it.
Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. However, it's worth a try. It's got to be. We need science. We've got to get moving on, and we're in dire straits here.
We do, right. So we've got Baby's first spaceship, Crappy set, King Tut's magic sword. Is that an orbital ship?
I can't remember. We've called them all after penises.
King Tut, straight up science.
Again, that's not any clearer. What were the past versions of us thinking? This is why I said, we should put like some description in to say achieves orbit.
It's straight up science. It's for straight up getting science and shit.
Right. Okay then.
So we just need to move this around a bit to get our new funky service base in service base central here.
Aye. How much do service bays weigh? Can't be much.
They weigh 0.1 ton.
Oh, that's nothing, man.
So adding 0.2 of a ton to King Tut's magic sword. Oh, they still get me.
Aye, the last terrible one was just called Crappy Science Ship. We should have gave that some sort of little name, like the Micro Rocket or something like that. We should have fit in some sort of phallic reference.
I would have named it if it had performed better, I think. Right, so let's just get the handle of how this ship's going to work. It's going to shoot straight up in the air.
It should have been called Tiny John Thomas, is the first thing that jumps to mind. Anyway, right?
So it's going to shoot straight up in the air. And then it's got there seems to be like a circularization stage, although it'll not fully circularize. And then we've got some parachutes.
Is this idea to kind of deal with what we mentioned in the last episode, something that Ringo had pointed out and said that you're coming in at quite sharp angles?
No, this is exactly the same kind of ship that Ringo pointed out we shouldn't be using.
Yeah, but I mean, are you using the service base to do the same thing but try and give it some armour? Is that sort of the idea?
I'm using the service base to protect it from the horrendous angles of re-entries that we use in the sake of doing things quickly and naturally.
Okay, then just so we're on the record with that one. Okay. You know what, as well? I'll tell you what. I'm not sure if we'll do another episode in this batch of recording or not, but we need to get the Gonzo Ewok flag on these rockets.
Yeah, we do. We've never got around to putting it on there.
No, since the hard
the
drive died. I've got my channel artwork. Obviously, I've just never gotten to putting it back on the save folder.
Are you ready for King Tut's Magic Sword Mark II to take its great journey into probably the death for Valentina?
Give it a go.
Right. Stage, boom, parachutes. Sorted.
Right.
What I like about this is the controlled descent.
Where are we going with this?
Fully in control. We're going up.
Right. Yeah, I understand that, but is the plan just to get into space then?
The plan is to get into space. What I really should have done is put the new control surfaces on instead of these awful winglets, because then I would have had the ability to tilt it a little bit as we went up.
That would have been nice,
which would have also increased survivability.
Also gives you a chance when you're coming down to use them sort of like tiny little wings, which gives you a little bit of control.
Oh no, they'll be gone by that point.
Oh.
They will be gone by that point. So how high is this getting us? That might get us in orbit, you know. Oh, sorry, into. I always say that. It might get us suborbital.
Why we don't explode at this point?
It's going to get us hella suborbital.
And then we've still got.
That's just
what survived. That's okay.
Everything we need survived. It's fine.
All right, so going up, slowing down, still hurtling up quite fast through the sky.
Yeah, we're going to get pretty high up. This is part of the problem, you see. There's a long way to fall, and then there's a long way to fall. That's a long time to pick up speed.
We could, I mean, like push the orbit out somewhere.
No, that's the plan. That's what this is for.
Could we push the orbit maybe north? Try and aim to come down, so if we come down in one piece we could maybe land...
Well, no, because we're already going in one direction, so it's probably best to stick to that direction.
Oh. Really?
Yes, because we don't have enough fuel to really bring the angle of descent down.
Oh. Okay. It was worth a thought.
I mean, next time I could go north.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a try. Certainly this rocket has got enough to push we're quite high in the direction we want to go, regardless of overbirth effect and all the rest of it. That'd be quite good.
Well, it'll certainly get rid of the pole if you want to try and land at the pole. Yeah, pole.
Pole.
So, I mean, it's still quite a steep re-entry, let's be honest.
That was a penis joke and not xenophobia, right?
Yes, it was a penis joke, yes.
Just to clarify. I'm more comfortable with the penis jokes. Okay, then. So, do the old spinaroo. I really don't fancy its chances much, I'll be honest. I mean, it's exactly the same as the old one, apart from it's got clipping issues now. Okay.
So, let's get this done. First of all, we do have EV8.
This looks dangerous.
Yeah, we've done all of that. It's mainly the science bay information that we need to bring back.
25.
Keep experiment. And can we close the door? Because just don't like the way it looks.
Plus, I don't want to give the game any chance whatsoever to work out that there's a science bay there. Bit of goo. I mean, it's not making it easy for you. It's like target practice trying to hit them as it spins round again.
I mean, I could just engage stability.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
We've got a thermometer.
Yeah, maybe you don't want to engage stability now because we might want to use that so Valentina can give her a hand when we're coming down to land. Try and hold on vector. You feel me?
I do, but remember this thing writes itself. much like a good script or a novel, but not a Game of Thrones book.
No, unfortunately they take a long
time.
Song
of Ice and Fire does not write themselves.
No.
Nor does George R.R. Martin.
No. But I still think it's, save every little shred of power we can get.
Well, we've got plenty of
power. For that
power.
point, just to hold it in place, because she can keep things very
We have
very
plenty
still.
of power.
Well,
power is not an issue with this thing. This thing's like up to the wazoo with everything that we need, apart from survivability.
Which, let's be honest, quite an important part of any space mission. Really.
I'd say it's relatively important.
Okay, we're coming down in the sea. Still picking up speed.
Yeah, we'll start to slow down when it's too late.
Getting quite hot.
Valentina, you're going to die. You're going to die in flames.
It's not a nice song. It's not a nice song in the slightest. How do you think that's going to affect her morale, Ewok?
Look, she's perfectly happy. She's loving it. Things are exploding.
What was that?
I hope that was the other bit of the ship, the bit that we left behind.
We flung that off quite some time ago.
We're not overheating though. Yeah, but bear in mind it's got.
We're overheating. Oh, no.
You behave yourself. I'm not having any of that shit.
I mean, we're coming down to 10 kilometres and we're still going 1,000 metres a second.
Yeah, but look at how quick it's going down.
Has that worked?
It's worked. We're going to bring a science bay back.
You say that? No. I mean, you're saying that, but we are still travelling 400 metres a second.
We're fine. We've got time. See, there we go. Slow and steady. Oh yeah.
That actually worked.
Of course it worked.
By Jove.
Of course it worked. When do I ever fail you?
Valentina, stop smiling, because when this thing pings like that, you're going to lose your teeth. Okay. That was good.
It was good.
I'm impressed, mate.
We probably still don't have anywhere near enough to buy anything.
We had
25.
20. We needed 45.
Yeah, we're not bringing 45 back.
Oh, we're not?
No.
I thought there was 25 in the science bay.
Yeah, and then there was like 10 in the goo canister.
Like the second tier of research, we might be able to finish that off now. I don't think it's going to give away anything that's game changing.
Yeah, I think it was some aerodynamic parts.
Right. But it opens up the possibility to do some like basic jets. We could use those for doing a bit of flying around. It makes for boring episodes, but we can build a little plane, fly it to the mountains. That'll be all right. Get some science.
You got 45.3. I guess
okay.
you were.
Yeah.
I guess you were right.
Aye.
Again, we brought everything back, apart from all the bits we threw away. She got an XP for that.
That's
going
handy.
into space and coming back. Let's see. Well, we can afford the aviation parts.
So what do we get there? Then we can get some.
So we'll get some wheels. We'll get the Mark 1 cockpit, which is just beautiful. It is lovely, isn't it?
Everyone likes a rocket that's pointy on the end. Doesn't really work with our straw hat designs.
We'll get the Juno basic jet engine, which is useless AF. And then they're not like out of reach. It might be worth waiting a little bit to get.
Just maybe do one more mission, and then maybe get with fuel rods. The things that you were just on there, the fuel lines.
The fuel lines, yeah. The external fuel ducts are great
because then it starts letting we build up rockets that have got 2 or 3 layers to them,
and we get the good fuel tank. I mean the kickback solid fuel boosters would be great.
Aye, that would be handy.
I mean we've got time to do another flight here. I'm thinking tweak the design here, and I
swap
think we'll
out those little winglets
a bit further. Yeah, if we swap out these winglets, as you say, and replace them with
the Delta lines. Moving up in the world.
Now that gives us a bit more control on the ascent, so we might be able to get a more secure orbit. Might be able to push out a little bit further. Just generally do things a little bit neater.
Could we, like with the tourism ship that you did the short on?
Yeah.
How you used some of the launch stability to point it at a slight angle. Would a similar thing work with this?
Potentially, but it took me about 20 goes to get the angle correctly without it either just failing spectacularly, spinning out of control, exploding.
Let's not do that when we've only got red codes to play with. But I'm liking the idea of it. That was, to be honest, I think it was very clever, the fact that you managed to plan that whole mission out and get it to work just by hitting the button. That was very clever.
It was. I mean, but it took far more commitment than I'd want to put on camera.
If anything, I think of our videos, that one should probably have a few views just because it's something quite interesting and I haven't seen it done before. Mm-hmm. But I think, for me, what was really interesting was the idea of just kind of getting the angle in the right direction to begin with. I think that's an interesting touch. We've only ever done that before when we've been fannying on or we've been testing equipment. So I think there's some room for scope there. It might need a bit of playing around, sort of off the mic, so to speak, but it's worth looking at. Give it a go. So we're thinking here, with these winglets on, are you doing anything else to it?
Now, it still doesn't really get us anywhere but orbit, and I don't think we've got much to come back from orbit. I'm going to nip into the Science Centre. I'll just... I'm just going to save it over the Mark II because it's not a big enough change to require a different.
It's the 2.1 now.
Yeah. So if we look at the Science Archive, We've got in space, so we've got crew reports.
Near, above. Yeah.
So where's all the orbital reports? Because I'm sure we brought home a load of EVA orbital. Oh, we've only got the two. EVA report in space just above Kerbin shores. EVA report from space just above Kerbin's water.
We'll get 8 apiece.
So we'll get a couple more of them. We'll get deserts, grasslands, all of that shebunk.
Here's a point. Have we done anything from Air Kerbal? Like from the Space Command?
Yeah, we've done bits and bobs. So... Hang on, let's get this back. Landed. Launch pad, runway, we've got crew reports. Mobile materials lab, we've got material study from runway, launch pad, KSC. There's still like more areas around. Every building's got their own biome, but it's not a huge amount. It's probably worth doing, but
if we get basic rover parts at some part, we'll do a little drive round to the Gonzo Ewok head shed. We'll show it off. We've never really done that on camera before.
Well, let's see if we can hit orbit.
All right.
With Valentina, and bring home a few more EVA reports. Now, I'm not sure quite how effective these are going to be at turning it, because it's going to hit
some
fast
speed. It's going to be going some whack
very quickly. So it may not be the best way to do it. It may not work perfectly. I'm going to have to be risky and turn it quite heavily, quite quickly, at the risk of flipping it.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it might flip. But, you know what? Kind of holding it there, just keep an eye on your vector.
Yeah, but we're about to go past the sound barrier, and that's where turning it's going to become.
Well, that's it. We're locked there, really, aren't we? On the plus side, we're using a vessel for straight up science to come in at 45 degrees.
Now that is a really inefficient launch, but I'll be honest, it's more efficient than what we have been doing.
Exactly, yeah, this is great leaps forward. Yeah, now it's only quite a bit cock-handed. It's still getting warm, mind. What was that?
That's just running out of juice.
Oof. Every time
flip.
Cut the engine.
That's a problem.
Wait, spin it back the other way.
Nah, this is cocked up, pal.
You know what? You might be able to get it just with a bit of fuel using the veteran on the engine. Just try it. We've got now to lose. There you are.
Now you know what would have made that much easier.
What's that?
If we had a few fins on this bit, just to keep it stable when we threw away those solid fuels. We've thrown away about a quarter of the tank of the fuel of this bad boy doing that. It also didn't help that I didn't have stability assist on.
I thought you did.
I thought I did as well. Maybe I knocked it off when I was panicking and trying to bring it back under control.
Knocked it off in the skirmish. Okay then. Well, you know what? I mean, that's not looking that bad, you know. I mean, not enough fuel to secure an orbit, but we can push ourselves out quite a bit of a distance.
Probably not enough fuel to secure an orbit.
Give it a go.
Yeah, we'll give it a go. We'll see how it works.
Yeah, caning through the fuel. Basically going to come down the same place we did, aren't we?
More or less.
It's a bugger.
Yeah, could do better than that, like.
But that's not far off an orbit, mind.
If we had another quart tank of fuel.
Aye, that would have been it. I mean, coming back would have been a bit tricky. But you know what? It's all right. Don't let go.
Yeah, we've had the water, you see. We've had water and shores.
Aye.
So I don't think we're going to get anything out of this one.
Oh.
It depends what sort of... I'll tell you what we can get, though. If I hurry and she holds on.
She's coming in the atmosphere now. What we're grabbing?
Oh, we've already got one of them.
Up Atmos.
But it's a bit something.
Temp. Mount.
Already done that. Crew report.
Ah, all of that for a couple of bits of science. Mate, that's another episode where not much has happened.
That's not true. We had our first launch, that was alright.
Aye. You didn't do the spinny. We're going to die.
Didn't really have an opportunity to, pal. No, I wouldn't stress too much about it because I think that's given us the knowledge we need to make a couple of tweaks to this spaceship design to make it orbital.
Alright.
Make it orbital with somebody in the cockpit and get it sorted out. We just need to make this bit a bit more stable. Maybe the teeniest, tiniest touch more fuel, the tiniest bit more pork. And I reckon next launch we'll get Valentina orbital.
Maybe jump from like 3 solids to 4 and then use that extra boost to offset, giving it maybe another tank of liquid. Might be worth considering. We're coming in ass backwards. We're not coming in on the heat shield.
There's a heat shield on that end as well.
Oh, thank Christ. So.
No, I think maybe just the extra tank of fuel, the extra solid, and that'll get us comfortably above the line where we need to make the orbit.
Oh, you can see the bits below, look, just at the bottom of the screen there.
Yeah, they're warm, aren't they?
They are, they're a bit toasty. Everything's a bit toasty. We haven't killed Valentina.
Not yet.
Don't tempt it.
There's time yet. Calm your tits. It's threatening to go.
It is, but it did last time as well. We are coming through. Oh, that's hot. That's too hot, that. Oh, you bugger.
What was it? I think it was just the thermometer. All that feckin' panic.
Well,
we're still coming in very fast.
Well, we do. We're going about 1,000 metres a second when we get to 10 kilometres. Going off the last one anyway. Aye. Oh well, I'm liking this somewhat cheesy way that we found to bring Science Junior back. There was me in the, a little bit earlier just saying, oh well, we strive for realism. And I'm thinking, yeah, we strive for realism when it suits, but not when it comes to clipping something through.
Well, to be fair, it's the Kerbal's fault for not thinking of well, why don't we make a slightly bigger thing with the same technology, materials, etc.
You know what? Like, we've been playing since 1.0 hit, and we still haven't done anything with fairings yet. And I told you, right at the get-go.
Yeah, we used fairings.
We didn't?
We used fairings at the back end of the last series.
Oh, I'm sure we didn't. I can't remember us using fairings. I would have remembered that.
You were all obsessive about it. You were
love a fairing.
Use fairings.
It's because fairings are meant. We haven't used any. I'm sure we haven't. I love a fairing. It's my most favourite part of the game. Fairings. I love a fairing. And we should be using them, but we need to get them. I appreciate it first.
Yeah, getting them would be helpful.
We should just rename this entire series Geordie Space Program: The Quest for Fairings. 4 times speed.
Yeah, I'm living on the edge.
High.
That's why I quick saved before in case it glitched.
Yeah, that's still. It happens very, very rarely, but I think it's still a thing.
I haven't seen it happen in ages. I don't know if it's still a thing, but I've been burned so many times from previous versions of the game.
Here's a point worth picking up. On the 12th, Kerbal Space Program came to PS4, so if you watch us and you're a console player, you don't have a PC, gaming PC, not like you need a particularly powerful PC for this, but you can play Kerbal Space Program on PS4 now. I'm tempted to pick it up so I can play it from my couch.
What?
Jesus Christ, it's the Spicoli version of getting off your rocket. Just leap into the air.
That was incredible. It's that bloody heat shield that causes all sorts of
I think it's
nightmares.
It's just stupid clipping is what's happened there. Jesus, does not play well with others.
Let's get that shit back.
It's like the rocket became sentient and just flung it. Like Christ show us in the water.
7.7 science, and we're only 7 away from getting 7 away from getting something sexy.
You know what? At least that says, okay, this episode again hasn't been stupendously exciting. However, next episode,
baby steps.
Next episode, we're going to get the required science, that 7 science we need to unlock something good, and then we'll do some epic fucking shit with it.
Nice.
Aye.
Nice.
Nice, as they say. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you very much for watching this episode of Geordie Space Program. If you would like to watch some Prison Architect, you can click to your left.
If you'd like to watch one of our podcasts or listen to it, click on the right.
And of course, if you haven't already, we always appreciate it when people subscribe. Thanks again, and bye-bye.